guys! Welcome to Natalie's Snapchat Cooking Show Christmas Special episode. So as any good Colombian would do during the holidays, we usually make two treats, Buñuelos and Natilla. I'll be making the Buñuelos.
And I'll be making the Natilla.
So let's get started. So for our ingredients we'll need Buñuelo mix, Buñuelo frying cheese, and this is another type of frying cheese, eggs, milk, and oil. No one ever made holiday food to be healthy, so too bad.
And now I'm going to show you your ingredients for the Natilla. We'll need 3 cups of milk, 1 cup of cornstarch, about 1 cup of dark brown sugar, about 1 cup of coconut milk, baking soda, vanilla extract, or in Colombia, banija, butter, a wooden spoon, because that's where the love is, and cinnamon sticks.
One thing I forgot to mention was that instead of putting water, because I didn't even mention water in the recipe, I add Aguapanela instead. Aguapanela is basically brown sugar that has been dissolved in hot water, and it's delicious. To make the Aguapanela, I'm going to heat up, I guess it's like 3 cups of water in a chocolatera, and dunk that thing in there. And I also put the vegetable oil in a pot, and it's currently heating up. So when we make the buñuelos, it'll be ready. The heat should be neither low nor high, because you don't want soggy buñuelos and you don't want your buñuelos to literally pop out of the pan. And I would leave the oil heating up for like 15 minutes. I don't have a oil thermometer, but we'll do a quick little test on the oil when we know it's ready, and you'll see it all. So, back to Michael. Okay, so what are you doing, Michael?
We're taking 1 cup of cornstarch and mix it with 1 cup of milk as a thickening agent. We're going to mix that up and put it aside.
Cool. So you're just slowly incorporating it?
I just slowly put the milk in so it doesn't splatter, but you just mix it up and then it gets thick while it sits. Got it already.
So you're just making sure you get all the lumps out, or?
Just incorporate it, make sure the cornstarch is all wet, and then it sits and it creates science. Science!
So how much milk are you adding?
There's already a cup of milk with the cornstarch, so I'm going to put 2 cups of regular milk and 1 cup of coconut milk. So we got about 1 cup of coconut milk and 2 cups of regular milk. We're going to put in some cinnamon sticks, and then the secret is start at a low boil.
Okay. So my Aguapanela is boiling. That means that all of the panela, the sugar, has dissolved, and now I can turn it off. While I'm not going to use the entire Aguapanela for the Buñuelo mix, it's perfectly good separately to just drink it.
So, this is on a medium-high heat. It's going to go to a boil, which brings the cinnamon flavor into the milk. Then, when it starts boiling, I put in a cup of brown sugar, about a tablespoon of butter, and the vanilla, and that's when we start the stirring, which we'll get to when it burns.
Yeah. Well, Michael had a brain fart. He did not mean for the milk to burn. He meant for it to boil.
I said when it starts boiling.
Yeah.
They knew what I meant.
Yeah. Never burnt milk. That's gross. So what are you adding?
I'm adding vanilla extract now that it's boiling.
Mm-hmm. Should we start stirring?
Yeah. About a tablespoon of butter.
Boom. And
a whole cup of brown sugar. Dark brown sugar. It's going to make it beautiful.
Yes.
And then I start.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's boiling and everything's mixed in, you mix in your milk cornstarch.
Yes.
Which is solid because I need to stir it more.
So what do you...
So I'm adding the thickening agent with the cornstarch and the milk that's mixed up and been set aside, and then you start the stirring and it starts to get really thick. Now here's the important part. It's under low heat, everything's in there, and you just keep on stirring until it thickens. And some people say it's cheating, but I add a little baking soda, about a spoonful. And you see it's already getting thick.
Yeah, it's like very quick.
Yep. It takes about between 10 and 20 minutes on low heat, and you're going to feel it in your arm while you're stirring, how thick it gets. You can see right now it's getting pretty thick.
It looks good.
It is getting pretty thick, but not thick enough. So I'm going to be here for another 5 minutes stirring, and Natalie's going to show you some Buñuelo stuff, okay?
Yeah. Alright, back to me. So I have here, I put a cup of this cheese mixture, right? And I'm gonna put a cup of this cheese mixture, which will make 2 cups of cheese in total. Oh!
So Natalie, you're stirring a bit now. How thick is that to you? Does it hurt?
It's thicker than a bowl of oatmeal.
Nice. Now it's really hard to stir, so you know it's thick enough, and you pour it into a mold of some point, some type. You know what I mean.
So now Michael is pouring the rest of the natilla. This is a very delicate...
It doesn't just pour.
Yeah, it's a delicate and quick procedure. So he's smoothing it out now, and he also has to take out the 3 cinnamon sticks.
The delicate part, you gotta take out the cinnamon sticks, which are hot as fuck. Smooth out.
Alright, he successfully took out the cinnamon sticks, and now...
I'm gonna smooth it out to make it nice.
Yeah, you don't want this to look
then it
like
cools
that.
into...
Okay.
Okay.
So what are you doing?
I took out the cinnamon sticks, and then I just kind of make it look nice and, you know...
Presentable.
Level in the mold.
Alright, back to me. So I have here 2 cups, 1 cup of each cheese, and now I'm doing the same here. 2 cups of the mix. Alright, I'm going to try to crack an egg with one hand. I've done it before, so... Yay! I did it! 1 egg. Mix that. I'm going to add a little bit of milk to wet the mixture. You don't want to put too much. Just little by little. Okay, so he's going to put just a little bit of Aguapanela, not the entire thing. This replaces the water portion. That's good. So I'm lightly kneading the Buñuelo mix because, like pancakes, you shouldn't overmix this.
No.
So I'm making a ball in my hands, and I'm going to test it to see if the oil is hot enough. Let's see. Oops.
The test Buñuelo is already floating.
It should float in less than 11 seconds. That's how you know the oil is hot. I like to keep these small so they cook much quicker. And I also try not to overcrowd the pot with too many. So my first Buñuelo over here is already browning. I'm going to give it a couple, like maybe 30 more seconds before I take it out.
What you gonna do, Natalie?
Well, now my first Buñuelo is ready. See, it's perfectly brown. And now I just put it out to strain. But when I drop it in here, it'll form shape. If you notice that the ones that are ready are, well, that one's not. They're turning on their own, so you don't have to worry about turning them.
I think that one's cool enough.
This one?
Yes.
Let's try it.
Okay. Hot, hot, hot. Let me take my first taste. Oh man. It's Christmas now.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It looks like we're down to the last ones, huh?
Yup.
Put those right in there with these other guys, and then we get to start eating
bad
them.
Boys.
Yep.
Yes.
So now it's pretty solid. I'm gonna try to get this whole piece onto this plate. It's gonna look beautiful, I promise.
Awesome.
I got 10 seconds to make this right. It's hard to do, but...
High five! Yeah! Okay, now Michael quartered into sections, and he is adding the finishing touches before we bring it out to our friends. So now we're going to take this to our certified Buñuelo Natilla testers, because they're Colombian. And yeah, it's going to be really good.
How you doing, Bobby Flay? It looks good.
Guys, here's the stuff. Here you go.
This is my first.
So what do you think, ladies?
The coconut milk in this really brings out the cinnamon. The crust, I mean, look at this. It's beautiful. It's really well made.
Okay, and what do you guys think?
That's my sister, guys. That's my sister.
Oh, man.
My own natilla.
Great job, Michael.
Thank you.
Really good.
Oh my god, when you put them together.
I want to thank Michael for making the natilla, my Buñuelo taste testers and natilla taste testers, and I want to wish everyone a Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. And one more thing. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to click like and subscribe.